allhiphop.com. We're here with Mr. Alan Hirsch, and we're going to talk about a bunch of things, but we're going to start with the HANDL, which is a new product for cell phones. Can you talk on it a little bit? And what makes it unique and special?
Yeah, I developed this product from, I'm a painter, and I'm interested in how we transmit, how we communicate through our hands. And I was painting one day with a paintbrush in one hand, and I had this metal phone in the other. I was trying to text people and also paint, and I realized then how inefficient, how I noticed how the paintbrush was like a fluid interface between thoughts and emotions in the canvas, but we express our thoughts and emotions in the phone, but we don't have that interface. So I set about developing different prototypes to try to mimic the ease of a paintbrush. So we have kind of an organic flow between hand and phone. So that's I worked with hundreds of prototypes until I came up with this little handmade thing, which is popsicle sticks and a rubber band, which is the simplest combination of flexibility and geometry, sort of a brace. This is the actual product. It's a brace with a flexible member, so you can move it around in your hand, and you can access it with one hand easily, so you can do something else with it. And it's like your phone is floating in your hand. It's easier to manipulate. For the large phones, you can access the whole screen easily. You can take pictures far, and you can just do a whole lot of things more easier. And it also becomes, a stand. I wanted it to be as multifunctional as possible. So that's it. And we're doing different models now, exploiting how we touch technology, because this is kind of, it keeps your fingers a captive audience against your phone. So I'm working with all kinds of textures, and I want to develop a whole aesthetic about how we touch and make us more aware of how we touch things, and especially our phones. So I'm excited about it. It's kind of an art project also, and
so speaking on that, how does it meld with your art? You said it, and obviously it was inspired by your art.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen different variations of it.
Mm-hmm.
Some more interesting
More
than
out
others.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you speak on those? Will those ever hit the market?
Yes, I'm working on some. I'm interested because the phone is sort of an extension of our bodies. I'm interested in sort of mimicking our body also on the phone. So I'm working with some body parts even, or the feeling of a body when you're touching the phone like you're touching a body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sort of an interface between that and the we communicate through our loved ones. All our business relationships are through our phones. So I want to make that experience more unified, and also comment on it as an artist. So some of my experiments, and I've always been interested in optics and science a bit, and the arts. This is a technique I developed about 15 years ago, painting on string, which exploits the idea of of feeling and touch, and how we project even a small little glob of paint. If I look at something and feel it, our touch automatically expresses it. So that's something that I learned through art over and over again. All I have to do in the art process is focus on feeling something, and our touch, my touch expresses it. So this exploits that because it's just a small array of minimal touches on string. But you can see a lot of my work is expressive, and I'm just sort of a vehicle. And so I'm trying to bring that experience to the general public in how they touch phones, and being aware of that, and how we project our thoughts and feelings through our hands.
Do you feel the need to turn it down a little bit for the general population? Because obviously it's not everyone's an intellectual, not everyone's into art, and sometimes you can fly over your average everyday person's head. Do you ever feel that way, or do you think ordinary people gravitate to more eccentric objects?
That's a good question. But as in my artwork, I'm always trying to find the universal underneath everything and express that. And so, I mean, this is how we touch things is a universal interest. So I'm just when you try the product, you'll realize you'll begin to sensitize yourself more to your fingers and how you touch your phone, at least, and hopefully how you touch other things. So it will be bring awareness to that. So
Let's see some of the other ones here. I see you have a white one.
well, I've done things, crazy stuff like this. This is the product lends itself very well to different kinds of branding, shapes, and things. So this is obviously I was looking for all kinds of materials that interact with the body that are already developed, like foot pads. This is bubble wrap. This is comfortable actually also. So I'm looking for materials that massage the fingers in a way also. And let's see. I mean, I have a preponderance of different materials, furs and things that I've used. I'm doing I think I showed you a case that's sort of based on the way our behind feels, which is very soft and.
Did you say a behind?
Did I say that? So I work with all kinds of elastics to try to find the best flexible. I have more samples outside, but anyway, it's been an exploration in just a touch aesthetic. So I've been trying to develop that because that's really what a lot of my artwork has been about, how I touch things and that transmission through our hands. So, I mean, everybody practices it. If you're angry at somebody and you touch them, they can feel it. I mean, everything goes through how we touch things. So, but yet our phones, we're touching everybody and we're just like grabbing this metal box. So I wanted to make that more organic.
Gotcha.
So.
Do you have obviously we're in hip hop and we love luxury items and people like to, I hate to use this word, but bling it out, or I don't know what's the right word. I don't know. Whatever. But
a little more fancier.
Yeah, absolutely. Will you have any special items for folks like that?
Yeah, I am working on things like that. Yeah, higher end. I mean, this is a sort of a beginning. With even though this is a patent letter, I've been a little bit hesitant to getting into animal products. I'm going to explore that a bit more, but I want. This is about luxury for your fingers. This is one I'm working on right now that's coming out. It's called HANDL Pillow. It's a little pillow chamber. So the luxury is going to be also in how you touch it. Right. You'll feel a luscious touch when you're using your phone. So this is. That's part of it. I want to develop that whole aesthetic. So, yeah, I'm working on it, and the product I mentioned before may appeal to some people. But
you have to talk about it. We can't skip the
behind case.
The butt case, whatever.
Yeah, the butt. I'm not sure whether I'm going to call it that yet. Right. Some people have said, no, it's better they find out for themselves. It feels like a butt, but I can show you that in the other room. But I found a very special material that feels, very good and resembles that. And it's a natural ergonomic shape for the hand. And in a way, it's kind of, artistically, it's kind of competing with the other side of the phone. It's that because we always grab for our phone all the time to look at the screen. This can maybe even trick the mind, so you're grabbing and you're just happy just to feel the case, and you don't even have to look at the screen anymore. So it's the first phone case I think that competes with the screen.